Bo told me very early on, once we've been sitting together talking about the style and the look of the show, that it is called dark and that the show also has to be dark. From a story point, that certainly happens. So it was required that I also, contribute in the darkness of the whole show.
Season 1, you have very dark, cold, and rainy weather because it's autumn. And to work that out, you have to play with a lot of rain and creaky wood and wind, for example.
It's constantly raining, it's overcast, and also this plays into the interior sets when you just have the soft lights coming in and rain and miserable weather in front of the houses of the majority of the sets. There was also later on the 50s when the weather was a little bit different, but this was also to kind of like separate the different times. Over the course of the 3 seasons of Dark, we used quite a bit of LED light. It was less in the beginning and it was significantly more in the 3rd season. We used a lot of light mats, small LED lights that we just bounced around and created our moody scenes with these kind of lights. And we had sky panels for within the studio, just as overhead skylight. We just have a certain responsibility towards the environment, and this just a significant difference. The amount of power and energy is needed to firing up some Dino lights or just some warm 2Ks, 5Ks, 10Ks compared to the same amount of light intensity with LED lights. I think it's not only what we're doing, it's just like that it is a perfect picture. It's also there's just something behind it what we have to be aware of, So for the 2nd season, I was trying to get a streak idea to kind of like enhance some elements at least of the story. So we were trying all kind of streak filters.
Yeah, blue streak filters, several types.
Yeah.
Streak filters.
Everything that is available at the time, and we also tried a lot of stuff mounting behind the lenses.
Yeah, we tried fishing lines, several
fishing
types.
lines. Yeah, we sent off people to actually go to to a fishing shop not too far away from here to come with different sizes and different colors of fishing lines. Well, none of these really worked. They were not thin enough. The streak that they created was just not what we were after, or what I was just like kind of understanding how this should be.
Then we created our own custom-made streak filter that hopefully gave you the flair you wanted. I think
we
after all this testing,
we created a flare filter, a streak filter. Yeah. Christoph made many filters. It was just painting on a filter. Each brush that he made on it had to be reproduced because we needed it on the A camera. On the B camera, we needed it also for the second unit camera, so that they can individually shoot situations or film situations where is a streak filter required. So they all look slightly different, but I think at the end we came up with 6 nice kind of like matching or at the end close enough filters that were producing the flare that I wanted. Not too long to the sides, what is a problem of many streak filters, just some some streak that ends somewhere and has a certain strength to it. Sometimes persistency is the key.
Yeah, sure.
I think I'm really happy with how it is, and how it looks. For the third season, where the whole story involves even more, and more people are traveling. So again, I went and looked at what is new and available for us in terms of lenses, and again, trying to see if there's anything available within the anamorphic range of lenses that can be put on this type of sensor.
So the senior vision lenses gave him optically the look that he wanted. He wanted to have the strong anamorphic look with a lot of aberrations in the edges and also in the bokeh. The problem was the senior vision didn't all cover that format. So what we had to do for him, we had to extend the image circle on some of the lenses.
After you did this, there were also a couple of challenges coming with the thing. Because they are old glass and because they are now or have to cover a larger area that they actually are calculated for, the usual top and bottom out of focus area that is like eminent on very many anamorphic lenses, especially the old ones. The newer ones are different calculated, but the older ones always have this kind of like top and bottom out of focus areas. Also the edges, there's just like bending edges and things. And on top, that the camera assistants, they really hated these lenses because they couldn't really see on their monitors actually what is in focus and what is not in focus. So they were always kind of like a little bit questioning whether they nailed it or they didn't. Fortunately, again, we had like two wonderful colleagues, Lars Richter and Won Suk Pak. They're just like perfect camera assistants who just like feeling and breathing focus.
Scheiße. Was ist in der Höhle? Was ist das? Ach du Scheiße. Fuck, was ist hier los? Fuck,
Was passiert hier?
los, lauf!
Was wird denn laut?
Kilian, los!
Was wird der Scheiß laut?
Weg hier!
Martha!
Weg hier!
Martha, komm!
Weg hier!
Komm, Martha!
Renn! Renn!